What's going on? So a few days ago I received a couple messages from you guys, and it made me realize that I can help some people, and it really felt amazing. So I'm going to do another video just because I think maybe someone might benefit from it. For now, I think that it is interview season, and I also received a couple invitations for interview, and I'm going to do them even though I'm going to PT school this January. I think practice makes perfect, and it doesn't hurt to go and get an interview done. But here are some tips. You guys are probably wondering what kind of questions they ask, how interviews are formatted. Every school is different. A couple of schools will do like 2-in-1, or some will do like a group interview, so there will be multiple applicants in one room with the interviewers. I haven't done one of those yet, but I hear they're very relaxed. And so with interviews, I think to prepare for them, it's good, but then it's not. So I think over preparing makes you more nervous, and this is one of the best advice I ever received, and I think if you take it to heart, it has a lot of truth to it. Someone told me that if you receive an invitation for an interview, that means that school believes you're qualified. So you are qualified. You passed the biggest part of the application portion, okay? You caught their eye out of all the other applicants, and they want to meet with you. All you gotta do from there is sell yourself and make, like, as long as they see you are a great fit for their program, then it's nailed, and then you get to choose from there. I think it's very important to know that we're all very hard critics of ourselves, and I know during this process, like, we have a lot of self-doubt. There's so many people. When you're waiting for your interview, there's people around you, and like, you kind of compare yourself, you know, you're like, oh, that person looks like they know what they're doing, oh, that, but in reality, guys, like, everyone's fronting, okay? And it's the truth. So just bring your best attitude to the interview. Just know that you are more than enough, okay? That's like the biggest thing. Be confident in yourself. You proved yourself that you are deserving of that seat, and so you just gotta show your personality. Make sure that they recognize that and they notice you and you pop out. The questions that they normally ask, obviously, make sure you know why you're doing PT, why you're choosing this profession, what makes it appealing to you in the long run. Another good idea to really look into is APTA, okay? So the association, make sure you kind of know the vision statement. I got asked that a couple times, and just know how you are going to benefit the program or just the profession in general. They will ask you your strengths, your weaknesses. Usually they will give you stories. So like, they'll be like, if you're in this kind of situation, how will you handle it? I know there were essays like that too, so just make sure you kind of review those essay questions. I've noticed that some schools do ask them again, but it's weird because you wrote your essay on it. But just review it. I wish I did. Another one is kind of understand their program, because they will ask you questions, like at the end of the interview they will be like, do you have any questions for us? And so the question I usually asked, because I feel very strongly about it, I wanted to know if they offered any volunteer work on our breaks, for physical therapy in specific. And so that just showed me if their program would provide that for someone like me, or if they would start something like that, or we could like work in general to make it happen. Like, I went to Global Brigades, and I thought that was an amazing experience. Basically, you have a group of students, and we go to third world countries, and we try to help build their community. And I want to do that in my profession later, so I just wanted to see if they offered anything like that. And then by asking that question, I think it gave them an idea of like what kind of applicant I am, what kind of person I am. Some schools aren't as focused with that type of work, volunteer work, and that's okay. I mean, every school is different, and that's kind of part of the interview process. You kind of figure out if you are a fit for them or not. One school, Indiana State, actually is huge on this, and they have their students have a portfolio for volunteer work. So that's their thing. It's their thing, and it's awesome. I love that about it. They are a newer school, so gotta look into that too. Other things to prepare for interviews: make sure you sleep. Gosh dang. Yeah, some people just look like a hot mess. You want to make sure you're prepared. Try to, plan ahead. Also, another good tip is if you are driving anywhere, make sure you know the time difference. So I had an situation where the interview I was going to was like after you pass the border, it was an Eastern time versus Midwest. So that was a scare, but I got there on time. It was okay, and it wasn't a big deal. But make sure you take a look at that. You don't want to be me. I don't think I have any other tips. I think, yeah, just try not to over prepare. It'll make you more nervous. Just be yourself. Know that you're more than enough. You're qualified. Congratulations on the interview. It's definitely a tough journey, but just make it there. Get there on time. I swear, get there on time. And yeah, even if it's a group interview with you and multiple people around, make sure you speak up, okay? If you want to answer. Be bold. Don't be afraid. 'Cause it's kind of you're never gonna, A, you might never ever see these people again. B, you probably won't see any of them again because the seats are very limited. And if you end up getting accepted, then speaking up was totally worth it. So yeah, just do that and go over some of the questions online. I will list some down below that I think of, and review your essay questions because they will pop up. Yeah, be clear on why you want to do this. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.